Yo, what's going on? It's Terrell Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that good stuff. I'll tell you what, this week was crazy to say the least, but along the way, I did make it to Missouri, to talk about this much talked about dog, loved and hated in many ways. In my opinion, a puppy, at 19 months, the tank. The big time up and coming XXL dog. And I think a lot of the debate started because it's almost unbelievable when you see pictures that a dog can be built like that. And I heard the critics talk about he was unhealthy. I heard a lot of different things. So the best thing to do is when people, have questions, let's go see them. And unfortunately, because of this, I ran right into a snowstorm and actually went off the road. We didn't have time to take a bunch of pictures and different things like that, but I'll be back up to take pictures. But I'll give you my word, and I tell you, the very first thing that I noticed about this dog was his rear was very nice. And I don't know where the talk came about his rear, but his rear was actually very nice. The dog overall was a very nice conformation dog. Surprisingly, a lot shorter than I thought he was. To carry that type of size and that kind of mass at 172 pounds, yes, 172 pounds at, I think he's 19 months now, is amazing. And, like judging any other dog, I was all about the conformation, and his owners had no problem at all pulling him out, letting me check him out. He was running around, no problem, all through the house. And I got a chance to see his movement. He has very good movement for a big dog. I won't say that the dog is perfect, but when we talk about the basic things that we talk about, top line, movement, health, as far as this dog, even when he was getting a little bit antsy and moving around, he was never opening his mouth. It was always straight through his nose. He breathed very well, even when he was getting a little bit, physical, running around out there and running through the house. No breathing problems, I mean, people are always going to say, what don't you like? I think it's the same thing we talked about, and I've seen it in the breeding thing, is that with a lot of XLs, he has these large feet. And it's sort of big and sort of looser feet, which we see in a lot of XLs. That could be tightened up. Would I call it a flaw? Not necessarily a flaw, but something that wouldn't be desired by me. And I think his owner agrees, because if you look at the female he bred him to, very tight cat paws, which is going to be hard to put cat paws on a massive dog like this. Now, I'll tell you my favorite parts, because I know y'all wanted to hear what was wrong with him. You always ask me that. So I say, if it was one thing I would change the front feet being tighter. They're not bad feet, but y'all know I love tight feet. But this is a 170-pound dog. And like I say, he's the same height as most XLs. He's not one of those big, tall dogs. But the difference is he's the same height as all of these dogs, but this dog is literally 50 pounds heavier than a lot of the XLs that I've judged. The neck on this dog is something I've never seen before. His neck is literally like this big. I seen they had a 32-inch collar that they were trying to put on. It wouldn't fit. They're waiting to get a custom collar made. So the neck that you see in pictures, that is real. I'm not going to bullshit y'all. This dog is the biggest neck I've ever seen on any dog. And the funniest part about it is that the head fits very well with the neck. The shoulders are what you see in pictures. His shoulders are massive. Looks like he's wearing shoulder pads. Gigantic bone. Rippling muscle. He still has very good muscle tone. As a matter of fact, down the middle of his neck, he has that crease that leads into the spine. He's a very muscular, well put together, firm dog. As I touched him, he's very solid. It's not a fat dog at all. Even towards his rear, he has a tuck. Now, y'all know I'll beat a dog up, and it was coming down to that. His owner told me at that time, because I liked the dog, he said, look, if you like the dog, you know what I mean, then, maybe you can take a puppy. If you don't like the dog, it's no hard feelings or anything, but he looked at me as a big-time dog critic, and he wanted an honest opinion and would open up his yard to me, because as we know, we have a lot of haters out there and people who would try to do things to your dogs, who would try to just down you because they're jealous. And I'm giving you my honest opinion. I definitely got me a puppy off of the dog, because this is one of the most amazing animals that I've seen. Y'all know my standards when it comes to dogs. I don't know if I'll ever breed a XXL, but I just thought this dog was so amazing and beautiful that yeah, it was great to bring a puppy home. And the greatest thing about it is, like I say, a dog with that kind of mass, that kind of muscle, that kind of bone, which is basically he's a freak. But the only problem, not problem, a good thing with him being a freak is, unlike the other freaks in our community, this is a healthy dog. I seen him running around, I seen him in motion, and I seen him come back and barely be panting. He has no problem with the elements. This was a very cold day. When he went outside in the cold, he had no problems. When he came back in the house and he was running around, he had no problems. The dog stayed, just probably because I was there and they don't see people very much, but he stayed moving the whole time. And me, with my trained eye, I'm looking to see, is he gonna ever have a problem where you get that, none of that. This dog kept his mouth shut and was breathing through his nose. Very beautiful head, less wrinkles than he looks like in pictures. I noticed that his face is actually a lot tighter. I don't know what pictures do to dogs. I've seen that done to like Vin Diesel too. He doesn't have the wrinkles that he looks like on pictures. But my overall thing is, like I say, I know y'all want something wrong or something that I would fix. I would say tighter feet. He's not horribly easty-westy or terrible, terrible feet, but, you know, we have to find something. I've said this about a lot of dogs. I say it about Denzel. Give me them tight cat paws. But as far as an animal, and I'm being very serious with y'all, I'm not getting paid to promote or anything like that. This is an animal, man. This is a damn animal. If there is to be a XXL, this is what this animal should look like. You can't cry about health. You can't cry about conformation, and you can't cry about bulliness. He gives you the total package with a great demeanor. He was very alert. He walked around. He didn't growl and go crazy at me. He was introduced. He sniffed me. This is what an American bully is supposed to be. Still very confident. He never had his tail between his legs or anything. It was straight up. I tell y'all what, if you got what you consider to be one of the best dogs out there, and you want to have your dog evaluated, I don't have a problem coming out and evaluating your dog, and my camera will be here in 4 days. We can get it on film. This man took the challenge. I came on here many a times and I said, if you're gonna do it, you know I'm gonna give it to you raw and uncut. Whatever way it go, if it go for the good or if it go for the bad, you're gonna get it raw. This dog is a quality animal. This is the type of dog that if there is to be a XXL, this is what it should be. Muscle Bound Bullies has something special on their hand with this boy, and I love the way he's producing, and I love the way they're doing it almost scientifically, where they wear their puppies every single day. They check over their puppies every single day. This man has charts where he's going through the health situations with his dog and looking to improve. This is a breeding program. That's a nice dog. I was very happy. It was worth the trip, even getting stuck off the side of the road and everything. You know, I thank Muscle Bound Bullies for coming up. You can find them on Facebook, letting me come up. You can find them on Facebook. You know, they took the TBKC challenge. They took the Big Mouth Bully Rant challenge. And this time they win, you know. As y'all know, not every dog wins, but the Tank is the real deal, man. I put my stamp on that. Much love to all of y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one. God bless. Peace.